Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is The Quad, the season finale of The Quad, which I looked at it multiple times and say, wait, the season finale? Are you sure? I guess so. Season 1, Episode 8. It's entitled The Caged Bird. I don't know if it's supposed to be Eva, because in this opening scene, we see this stripper, and it's clearly in the Eva's office at the school, and we're like, wait a minute, and I quickly realized, because I looked at her very closely, so I quickly knew that it was her body. She was on that pole, she was making a clap, she was making everything clap, she was doing it with no hands. I said, now wait a minute now, in her little go-go outfit, she had her ex-husband, soon-to-be ex-husband there, her ex technically, had Jason there, had the coach there, had Carlton there. I said, no, this is a nightmare. This isn't even a dream. At one point, money started coming down, and that's why I said, oh, okay, I got it. And they were laughing at her because she was doing all these stunts and shows trying to get this money, and it wasn't working. Now, Eva, she wakes up, she's like, oh, Lord Jesus. And she was, checking herself like, Lord, please. Okay, that was a dream. I'm still in my clothes. Okay, we're good. So we're back at the school, and guess who comes there? Noni. Noni's there to bring back, remember that little footstep that Cecil gave to her so that she could practice the spin? Yeah, she's mastered the spin, so she came there to just put it back in his office. And he was there. He didn't want anyone to know. He said he can't miss homecoming, so of course he's here. And so you know what? He likes her, he respects her, he respects the fact that she's trying to do big things. He sees her. Now we're in school, we're in this classroom, in this math class, and everyone did well on the test. I said, what? Everyone? Did they cheat? Like, not discrediting them, but it was just like, everyone? Everyone? So this is just a class full of scholars. Like, people are really paying attention and want to make sure that they do well. They're not just going to taking this for granted. Respect. Because trust and believe, that didn't happen in my school. I paid a lot to be in that school. But anyway, Cedric and this other girl, if she looks familiar, of course, because if you watch later seasons of the game, she was supposed to be, what is it, Brittany, Jason, and Kelly's daughter that grew up. And it is interesting because she was still snooty and snobbish, but just nicer. I feel like that was the only difference. She wanted to go and hit him up and ask Cedric, since you were the only other person who had like perfect score with extra credit, why don't you go and decide to teach? He said, teach? No, that's not my thing. She said, look, you're smart, so being smart is your thing. Don't worry about anything else. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, you look good. I'll go and check it out. We'll see. Now, we have Sydney. She's there with Madison. And the leader of the women's group on campus comes there because it's like, okay, are you ready? We don't know what we're ready for, but Sydney's ready. Madison is a great friend because she wants to make sure that Sydney's good. It's like, are you sure? I don't want anyone pressuring you to do anything you don't want to do. Are you sure? Are you ready for this? And it's like, Madison's like, no, I'm just a warrior. I just want to make sure you're cool. It's like, I know you have my back for real. Continue to have my back with this. Do this with me. She's like, okay, of course. The guys, the football team, they're practicing, and well, no, they're in the gym, and Terrence goes and tells them, come here. I need to go and have you guys united. We are one. We're ready to do this. One guy said, excuse me, we were doing just fine. The issues that we're having is we're having all this negative press and publicity thanks to you. So you're going to tell us what's going on or not? He was like, excuse me? And they looked at him like, yeah, Terrence, we deserve some answers. Why don't we hear it from the horse's mouth? Horse, here. That's not horse, but anyway. Tell us what's going on. And the fight almost ensues, but they break it up. Now we see the girl who, again, the smart girl, I'm going to call her Brittany, even though I know it's not her name. She's there teaching the kids, and she's trying to say, well, math is like, what is it? Math is like science or a science equation. It was something that they can't really relate to. This is where Cedric comes in. He says, you know what? Math, look at math equations just like graffiti. So we'll take your name and we'll equal it to whatever the answer is. And he drew it out, and they're like, oh, I get it. And things are going well. She's impressed. Until there's a conflict between these two students. One student stole, as far as we know, stole the other one's, he did it, money. He doesn't want to give it back. He's lying. He's saying that he doesn't have it. Now, as you know, you can't, as a teacher, you can't go touching up on the students. So, unless they're willing to give it back, or you like threaten them and then they give it back, you can't get that money. Cedric is like, you know you're lying. So why don't you go? And he starts roughing up the kid. And she's like, excuse me, you can leave. Ow, funny bone. You can leave because I can't have you doing all this mess. No, this is not how we handle things. She's like, yo, he was wrong. You were wrong too. Now everyone's there at the, I almost call it the football banquet, but it's like the homecoming banquet. That's exactly what it is. So all the football players there, Ty's there, the coach is there, so Hardwick's there, Eva's there, and of course she's like, yeah, welcome everyone, and she has the coach go and do grace. But then Terrence says, you know what, I want to go and talk first. So he says, I appreciate all you guys having my back. We're going to have a great season. Let's kill it. She had that look of, stop talking. Mind you, once the coach is about to do grace, I will not consent. I will not consent. I will not consent. We see Madison. We see the other girl, the girl that also said that she was raped by Terrence. We see other girls that were possibly raped by Terrence. We see Sydney. I will not consent. Now Eva went down there, and when the security took the girls out, Eva went with her daughter. And I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. Now there's press conferences regarding what's going on. And Sydney, she brings up great points. She acknowledges the fact that at the end of the day, she put herself in danger by being drunk and being so drunk that she felt like she needed someone to go and help her out. But, so she takes her ownership of what's going on for her part. And it's about being accountable. So she's accountable for her actions. She needs Terrence to be accountable for, taking away her ability to choose if she wanted to have sex with him or not. That's what she wants. That is all she really wants. Now, we have Terrence's female attorney. Apparently, her name's Ashley. And, hold on, guys, one moment. Yeah, so Ashley, she's going and spinning the entire story, saying how, isn't it funny? This girl, she was drunk. She's a little loosey-goosey. She was embarrassed about, her having sex. It was public. How is she going and doing all this, saying this to my client, saying this stuff about my client? Shouldn't she take ownership? Shouldn't she? I said, you're not about to flip this on her. You're not about to flip this on her. And thank God she went and she did the press conference when she did. Now, so I'm really proud of Sydney. I'm really proud of Sydney. Ashley was trash. Now, Cedric, he goes and he apologizes to, like I said, we're calling her Brittany, because I don't remember her real name. And Brittany, she accepts the apologies. Like, you know what? I handle things a certain way because of where I'm from. But I understand that's not the right way to do things in every situation. And so she's like, okay, apology accepted. And it's like, oh, that's it? And I know that he was kind of looking for a, sorry, are you going to say anything about how you were treating me? But no, she wasn't. Because she was hurt. And, you put her job and what she was doing at risk. So at that particular time, she wasn't going to say anything else. Mind you, we get to the crux of this foolishness. Ebony, she's in the dorm room. Noni comes in, and Emily's just like, what are you doing there? I don't want to talk to you. Did I tell you that I didn't want to ever see your face again? She said, look, I know and understand that, but I really want to speak to you about something. Okay, talk. So, I joined the marching band. Yeah, and about to join the marching band, little girl, don't you realize that we were supposed to be cool, we were supposed to become padres, then they went and abused me? I had to go and get 2 separate surgeries, therapy, as well as I almost contemplated killing myself. And so, for you to go and then betray me and go into the marching band, you're trash. I don't want to hear anything from you. Noni said, before you never speak to me again, here's how this works. When I was a kid, I was constantly bullied and abused because I was different from everyone else. And my mom, when I told her, she was like, you know what? Well, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, or maybe you shouldn't be doing that. So that broke me. Now I come to college, I meet someone, we like the same music, we actually like to do music as well, and she's my roommate. Oh, and then something horrific happens to her. I am going to do whatever I need to do to get revenge. And I said, wait a minute. So I go and join the marching band that abused her. I go and wait until I seize an opportunity to find the music that's personal to my mentor and leak it to the competition. And that's when Ebony said, oh, so that's why you guys played that song at the Battle of the Bands? I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah. And I did that because now Danny, he's out of the group. And so Ebony said, okay, so that's cute and all, but you betrayed your mentor in order to do all of that. That's all you do. Betray, betray, betray. He said, no. I did it because my bigger goal was to make sure that you were good. He hurt you, and so I hurt him, and this is the only thing that was going to truly hurt him. So that's what I did. And Ebony had to look, little girl, I don't care. I should have been in on this. You still trashing me? Go away. But no. She said, you know what? That was pretty bossy of you to go and do something like that. Alright, come here. Alright, come here. I said, now wait a minute. I'm glad you forgave her, but that was a little too quick. That was a little too quick. Now, Eva and Jason, they're in bed. They just got finished with their nightcap. It's morning time now, and Eva's getting ready for school. Jason's over it because Jason doesn't understand why Dominic, he's showing so much interest in her. And he said, you know what? You don't realize this, but that guy's just trying to use you. He wants you, and it's not for your brain. I said, uh-oh. And so she was over it. She was like, you can go and leave. Jason goes, looks at her phone because she got a message, and her divorce is finalized. So he's super excited and all happy, even though she just told him to get out. It's funny because now we see Carl, and Carl, what's going on with Carl? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Carl was trying to say, again, reiterating, Dominic, he only wants you for one reason. He's only helping you for one reason. And the fact that you don't even see that, it says a lot about you. The audits, yeah, I know about the audits because I know that he was the one that requested it. There's a reason why this school doesn't work with him. I'm thinking, of course there's a reason why, because you guys are crooked and you don't want the truth to come out. You know that some people will be doing some jail time if the full finances will be released. That's why you're trying to scare her. But it's just not going to work. That's not going to work on her. And she was just like, look, you can say whatever you want and do whatever you do, but I don't believe you. I don't trust you. So, and she takes his tissue because she touched something of his. So she took the tissue, wiped her hands, and left it there. I said, yes, just like this tissue, I'm leaving it where it belongs. In the trash. In a dumpster. That's all I see you as. We see ex-band leader Danny, and Danny's hurt. He's trying to talk about how, it's Noni. That little freshman, that little suck-up. Yes, she is a suck-up, but she was the one that did it. Yes, she did, but you'll never be able to prove it. And it's just like, see, I went and I stayed behind an extra year so that I can be in this band. I said, wait a minute. How much did that cost? You really love this band, this opportunity, and this place so much. Why don't you just go and get a job there instead of, because that boggled my 5 years. No. You have to get acclimated into the real world, or just become an adjunct or something there at the school. Anyway, he's an idiot, but we already knew that. Cecil said, I don't care what the real situation is. I just know that it was left under your care. I told you to guard the information with your life. You didn't do it successfully, so you're replaceable. Go. After that, we have this weird situation with, what happened? Yeah, we have this weird situation where information is starting to leak. And Ty, she goes and she talks to the coach. She talks to the coach because she figured, it's about time that I go and speak my mind, do what I need to do to get the truth out there. And this is when Terry Terrence comes in, and Coach Hardwick has that look of Lord Jesus. So Hardwick's just like, okay, so I protected you. I told your mother that I would have your back, and I did. But the fact that you went and you realize I'm not stupid. So are you going to tell me what really happened? Oh, it's just some of these girls, you know how they lie. You know how they say things in order to defame my character. Oh, these bees, oh, these bees, oh, these hoes. I'm like, what? How are you? You're being sued, or you're potentially going to jail because of a consent issue of not respecting women, and you're talking like this to your coach who actually respects women that has 2 daughters? What? So then, Coach Hart's just like, excuse me, are you going to insult me right now? Are you going to insult me right now? Because I know the truth. I know that there's more women. I know there's more situations. And I'm done with this. I'm not protecting you. You need to take your bags and go. This is 1 2 places like, Coach, you go, leave me, you go do this. He said, look, I have, at this point, absolutely, I have no problems dragging you from A to Z. So how do you want to play this? You can either leave my office with some type of dignity, or I can drag you. He got out of there. Now, we see Ty along with Bojan and Junior, and they're getting drunk, partying. Remember, Terrence is gone now. Bojan is the official quarterback. He did great. Bojan doesn't want to celebrate. He's like, but this isn't a good situation, a good way for me to get what I want. Look, they're like, look, it is, because Terrence needs to go, and he's gone, and now you're the man on top. And it's cool. We like you, whatever. So that works out. And he was just like, well, you know what? They were saying how his father wasn't there, and they're like, good riddance. He said, you know what? That's still my father. That's still my father. I said, that's still your racist, abusive father. Yeah, that's still your father, all right. I was like, y'all into all my football games? Of course, because he saw money when he saw you. That is why. They said, no, we're your family now. We are your family. And of course he appreciated that. Eva has her little boy toy, Jason. He comes to the house, and he wants to marry her because he's super excited. So he goes, he pulls out a ring, and she's like, no, I don't think I even want to ever get married again. He said, you know what? You play around too much. I love you so much, and you do this to me. You know what? I got something for you. I said, uh-oh. I got something for you. So I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to blow up her spot. I just know it's going to be bad. And she needs to run. Not hurry, run. Because that man was pissed. And Cedric, like I said, Brittany, she comes back. And she's just like, you know what? I understand where you're coming from. And I see you as a good person. And she's like, ever since I saw you, wanted to kiss you. So then they kiss. And then they kiss. And then clothes start to come off. And they have sex. I said, this could be a really good couple. And the fact that her mindset's different from his, it's good because he needs someone who isn't just like him. Someone who is just focused completely on school. You know, with that. So I said, you know what, this may work. This may work. Like I really like that about them. I really, really did. That was a nice couple, though. The last thing that happens is it's school. It's the next day. Everyone's celebrating outside. They're having fun. And we hear this boom, like a gunshot. So then everyone's kind of looking around like, what's going on here? No one knows. And I'm thinking, Lord, is it an active shooter on campus? No. We find out that it was Terrence. Terrence killed himself. He was so afraid of the truth coming out, having to serve time, because he knows they will tore that butt up in prison, and he shot himself instead of dealing with reality. Punk! So you gotta take everyone else's ability to choose and their choice to have sex with you or not, but then you take matters into your own hand and choose to kill yourself. I don't feel bad for you. I'm upset that they don't really get justice. That's what I'm upset about. So that was it. Dang, only 8 episodes? Alright, this was a great show. I enjoyed every episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, watch my other reviews, and we'll be back for Season 2.